about your high school friends, maybe you can tell us more about them, their names, what made them like, okay, more, how they made your life a bit easier or more fun in high school. Yes.
Yeah, friends. I guess maybe because the period yeah, high school is the time as a teenager, the time when you're getting to know identity, know yourself really, know where you belong. Yeah, a lot of things around there. But yeah, I would say the one that stood out for Sheila started, in Form 1. A lot of story. I think she was, I would say, more interested, want to know more, wanted to know more about my life, my story, and all that. Interestingly, she went and told her mother about this girl. Yeah, and became really close friends until by the time we were finishing Form 4, people used to think we were actually relatives. We are related, and yet we were not related because her mother also took it up. God bless her, continue blessing her. She really used to take it up on her that during visiting days, she would come and always make sure, ask, who is Janet? Come. And, we eat together because there are times when I will not be visited, just because of distance and all the logistics. But every time she used to make sure, she would call me. And they will come and we will, eat together. And she is a great cook. Yeah, really. So used to prepare such wonderful, wholesome meals. So for us, our school, visiting days was, we bring any food. So people used to come. A lot of food. A lot of food. Good food. I don't even know how I can explain. I mean, the people who used to come, with even the gas cookers, portable, spread out. And I'm telling you, our school was, it was eat. It was eat, man. So for those of us who you visited with a paper bag, that was really low. But anyway, for her mom really took it upon her. She used to come. She would bring food, lots of food. We will eat together. She will bring shopping. Like 2 for both of us, like for Sheila and for myself. And she said, this is yours, Janet. She will even put some money, sometimes even at the bazaar, like if you needed something. So imagine again, look at my story, really a story of faith. I can't say owe it to anything but to God. So in high school, I'm taken up with someone else who really used to take good care of me, made sure every time something has happened, I will tell her. I went home, told my mom, there's this. Initially, I was scared the first time. Like, we wonder, she gave me this money. So I told my mom, this happened, this lady. And then as I explained to her, it felt like she knew Mama Sheila. And by knowing in the sense that she used to attend some prayer conferences, and it's like she used to attend it. That time there used to be it used to be called Kenya House of Prayer. Yeah, so it's like they met, not like meeting over hi, no, but she knows because she had spoken in one of the sessions. So she felt like, no, it's okay if she does that. Because I had to tell her, there's this lady who doing this and this and this. Like, it's okay, if she does that, it's okay. Yeah, but we continued being friends up until end of Form 4. So I think that's the bit I wanted to say. Many people used to think we are actually related, and by no chance we are not related at all, at all. Yeah, I had other friends, yeah, of course, but I would say fell out. So I think maybe from high school, the one who say persisted will be Sheila. Other friends fell out. We fell out after high school, so we really didn't keep in touch that well to continue being, good friends even into our adulthood lives. But that was just it in terms of friendship. So she's the one who comes strongly from high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm being reminded. Thank you. Yeah, so I also had another friend. I'm trying. Okay, yeah. One of the friends also, because I know she will ask me. She was actually in my lineup, our wedding lineup, where I was Bethlehem. Also, yeah, very good. So we had the French, telling the French drama that he did. So we were in the French class together. We did this French drama together. Yeah, we were very good friends. Of course, after that, at some point, a little bit because she went to UN med school, we didn't really follow up that much. But at some point, because our campuses hold this mission, UN and MOI, we met again and rejoined that. Yeah. Yeah, so she's the other person. Yeah, so not very I would not say that at that time like really tight friends, you know, but yeah, continued with the friendship even after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you stated that high school is a period where you're trying to find your identity. And you know, from the time you're saying in class 5, you got to know Christ, and it's been a journey of learning and also growing.
Yeah.
Was there a time where maybe you were a bit cheeky in your high school, like trying to be a bit rebellious, to do something else because you want now maybe to experiment, or were you that upright child, you know, if it's this, it's this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, but I think no, I didn't try, you know, that try to be rebellious or something. No, at all.
Okay.
You know, at some point, honestly, let me say, this is more of a heart story. There was a time when in my life I used to sit down and think, hey God, will I have as good children as I am? Not to say that I'm the
Yeah.
you know, like, but I felt like I didn't really disturb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. My parents would watch. I want them to say that, but I don't think I was, you know, those children who would be like, especially disturbing on the wrong. Like, you know, I want to try this. It almost felt like, you know, yeah, of course, this, okay. The one time that we brushed shoulders with my dad was, I love, as you can see, I love, you know, like, I love jewelry,
Yeah.
I love nail polish, and, you know, those kind of things, like beauty things.
Yeah.
And my dad was not
Against it,
He used to say, no, you know, when you're in school, you need to study and you need to concentrate. So actually, I shaved my hair in class 7 up until high school, at the end of high school. So there was a time, I just remember there was not a confrontation, but when he stood at a time, I think it was during holiday and I was to go back to school, then he told me, you know, like I had some nail polish, and I think actually it was on the
Legs.
toes. Yeah, and he said, you have to remove this. And I had a bangle. Yeah, I had a bangle. I think this bangle, I had actually worn it in high school. There were times there was a cultural day, so we were supposed to expose like a culture. And I remember that day I decided to do like a Taita culture, even though I didn't understand it fully. And I won something. I was like number 3 or something. And I got some bangles. And so I used to wear. And my dad was like, no, even this, what are these things you're wearing? These things are distracting you from your schoolwork. And I felt it was unfair because I felt like, no, me, I'm still studying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but because he wanted that, I did. That's the only time I would say. And when we were in school, our school was a bit liberal, kiasi, because even after 4 p.m., you are allowed to wear home clothes. Weekends, we used to wear home clothes. Weekend, Saturday, the whole day we wear home clothes. There used to be no problem about putting nail polish. So when you go to school, and there are people who, of course, who will carry nail polish, will pack. I used to pack when I was in school because it's in socks, shoes. We don't check that. It was not against the school rules. I also remember the time when I had the short hair. We went to school, and then there's someone who had the chemical thing. I actually I packed. I did that when I was in school that time because anyway, even if school was 3 months, so I mean, I can do that. It's short hair, so it will just be that curled. I did that. So maybe if that falls in being rebellious, maybe because that's what my parent didn't want. But really, for me, I felt like no problem. And then I had met like really wonderful, beautiful girls. And that's another bit maybe I didn't say. When I went to high school, I felt like, wow, they're so beautiful girls. I had never seen so many beautiful girls. People who had long hair, they would put, like a palm. What is it called? Palm. Straightening your hair. And they still, did well in school. So I used to feel like, I think my dad lied to me. Yeah, I think my dad lied to me. And then again, they come from wealthy families. So I thought it was an outlier, like to think that for you to perform well, one, you have to be like poor, you have to be denied things, you don't need to put your hair and all that. No, you can still put, it's about what is in your brain. Yeah. But I still understand what my dad where he was coming from. It's okay. But here I felt like I saw different. People here were different. People had a lot of things. Their shopping was a lot of things. The same when you're writing your shopping list and then you're like, no, you don't need juice. This will make you not concentrate. No, people used to have a lot of junk food, and yet they used to perform. Yeah, so I think that was the bit I would say. But yeah, to go back to the question about being rebellious, no, not at all. I think just normal things. Yeah, of course I had also those boyfriends writing letters and things, but very low key, not pure outrageous, very low key, just maybe one person or so. And just that. I think it's normal.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just the
process.
normal thing. Teenagehood, you have, there's something you start feeling about boys and nini, but not from a point of wanting to try out at let's try this, let's see what this will go to. No, there's always that element of no, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to watch out. You're a girl, Yeah, I feel like I was more of those who will be the one telling others, let's do this, let's behave like this, let's do this, it's not too much, let's say, people are complaining to school that, oh, maybe this diet is like this, oh, maybe tunakaziwa. I'm like, no, guys, this school is really nice. Guys, let's just do this. Let's study, man. Let's do this. So I'm the one who is telling people what we need to do. I always loved school. I used to look forward to opening days. The way people will come late. Other people will come like, if you're supposed to be there by 5, they're actually coming at 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, me, I'll be there by 8.
In the morning?
By 8 a.m. I'm in school. Yeah. Make sure I go, make my bed, nini kila kitu. So when people are coming, you're the one who is seeing them come. Yeah, big story. But I used to love. And then I noticed that people used to have like a calendar where they're marking off days. I tell how many days to going home.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why are people rushing to go home? Yeah. I enjoyed my high school time. I enjoyed school. I enjoyed just being in school. I mean, our diet was fairly nice. So for me, it didn't feel like we're eating worse. So I used to really love that. Yeah. Yeah. It was a nice place. I liked it. I think I will say many things about my high school, but I liked that. I liked that it gave us the freedom to be. I feel like almost all through, even now, we're still in our WhatsApp group of our classmates. And it's like the people that were there that time, we're the same people. Yeah. It doesn't feel like what? It just feels like, because we were given, in my opinion, we were given the freedom to be who we are. Yeah. I feel like it doesn't look like once we finished high school, then you became someone else, like, what? And then you used to pretend that you were no. Yeah. Those who used to be, see you, nini, bado too, even afterwards, still will continue the same, and they like.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm trying to imagine you in short hair and like...
we'll see the photos.
I'll come and see the photos later. Yeah. I'm thinking, I hope that when your kids are watching this in the future, they're like, kumbe mama alikuwa laini. Yeah. But not more of a pressure point, but a challenge to see that, you can also be in the Lord and be hardworking, be disciplined, be obedient. Yeah. Yes, that has been a challenge because I think I was in the latter part. We don't like going to school.
But it's okay. Honestly, I didn't want it to look like it's like pressure or peer. Even when I was saying perfect, I don't want to make it look like, perfect in the sense that the good person. If you want a good person, check out this guy. No, I also had my flaws. I had my weaknesses and, all those kind of things. But just tried.
Oh, that's nice.
I think so.
I think your high school life was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was. Me, I loved it. I loved it. I think the time when you are finishing now and you have to go, it just felt like, wow, now where am I going? So what am I going to do? Yeah. Where am I going to start? It almost feels like, hey, now I have known this. It's almost like my identity has been built around this. Yeah. So where am I going to and what am I going to do? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was what. But because I said I loved reading books even from high school. I think one of the things that stood out was the time when from performance they were awarding. So they gave us like vouchers for textbook center. And when I went to look out for books, I bought a lot of, there's a book like, I think, Don't Die a Copy, You're Born an Original, something like that. Those are the books I liked, I read. I used to like that. I still do, even up to this moment. And as I said, I did the purpose-driven book when in high school. It really helped me when I was getting out, and even when I was having that conflict of what I was going to do, at some point to say, okay, I think I will go out. Now this is now post-high school, to that time when we were waiting to join university, to go to my village school and teach, because I loved mathematics. there was this reality of I'm going to join med school and maybe the mathematics is not going to be in play. And so I said, let me go and teach because I want to pass on this mathematics thing to someone. I really want at least someone else because this is something that gives me joy and fulfillment. Let me go to this high school, and they wanted people. The pay was quite little. I mean, it was 4,000 per month, but it was good for me. It helped me with my monthly necessities. And I went there, and with so much joy, I feel like I gave my all into that to teach them, especially the sciences. They were really wowed, like, oh, girl, who loves mathematics, who does this and that. Yeah, but that's what my driving force was, at least to impart to someone. And that I did for that 2 years. So as we used to say, for 2 years. So from 2008, the whole of 2008, the whole of 2009, because we joined campus in January 2010. So I taught for a whole 2 years. Yeah, and it was a good experience. So there are people out there who, if you were to meet, they'll say, hey, madam, and you wonder, madam,
you're still here.
So I was once a teacher of high school.
Giving back to the community.
Yes, giving back. I felt like because of my grounding in high school, values that I learned and things, I felt, even when I was going here, it was not hard. It was not more, of course, trying to pass time, but also pass time in something that can be helpful to someone else. And I used to give a lot of those pep talks to the students. Like, you can't be anything. I mean, these were meeting students who underperformed. I mean, get E's, get D's. And I would say, you know what, but they would try and see if there's something else you're good at. If you're good at cooking, do it. Don't let this getting D make it feel like it's the end of life. And by the way, there are many other job opportunities. You can be a secretary, you can be a policeman, you can be so don't fall to the lie that you have to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, those other things, for you to feel you've made it. Whatever you're good at, you're good in sports, do it. Yeah, because I mean, God, that's how God has distributed gifts. We can't all be the same. So I felt like those 2 years were more on that, trying to make these boys and girls to believe in themselves, to believe they have a purpose in this life, to believe there's something more than the academics of getting A's. As much as we will also encourage them to perform well, but it's more than just that. And I think I did. Okay, anyway, at the end of it, there was one student who got an A in mathematics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and told me, and sent a text and told me, it's because of you that I got this A in mathematics. And I felt,
that's nice.
Mission accomplished. So that's where my mathematics went, because now we've never used it anywhere in med school.
Okay. Maybe we can stretch our legs a bit as we'll continue from there.
Sure. Stretch with me.